Can you have wine on keto? That's a rather good question. So you got the issues of you have the alcohol in it, and then you have it's made with fruit or grapes, if you want to say of that nature. Depends on what kind of wine it is, where it comes from. But see, all these things, oh my bad, I almost forgot. And they throw sugar all inside. They throw sugar in it. Let's talk about this. I am Darius, this is Sugarless Crystals, your sugar-free destination of YouTube. And today we're talking about wine. Yes. For those of us adults in the room over 21, I am included. Yes, I made it. I made it. Yes, I did. Yeah. Anyway, let's get serious about this thing. You have two factors in wine. You have the alcohol and you have the sugar added that comes from the fruits and the things that they're made out of. But see, some companies are actually already ahead of that curve by making wines that don't have sugar in it. Or added sugar, I guess you could say. Because all wines do contain some sort of sugar. And a heads up, at the end of the video, I'm going to do a scroll and I'm going to do different types of wines that are keto friendly. And I'm going to include the macros and the calorie counts for you. And I'll put in the description box, I'll put the, what is the little timestamp where you can just like hit the button and shoot ahead. Yeah, I'll do that for you guys. So if you're just interested in what wines you can drink, you can hit the description box below. I want to talk a little bit about alcohol and ketosis and how it affects the body, or rather so how it affects the liver, and what the body does to use it. Now, if you're just starting keto, I would not recommend wine at all. And this is why. I actually got two reasons behind it, and they're two good reasons. So listen, alcohol lowers your inhibitors. Yes, it does. And what that means is it makes it easier for you to do things that you normally wouldn't do when you're completely sober. Trust me, there are plenty of things I've done when I was drunk that I shouldn't have been doing. You know what? I'm gonna start using that as an excuse. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Anyway, so if you're sitting here and you're new in ketosis and you're already going through cravings and withdrawal and things of that nature because sugar is addictive, you're more likely, especially if you have an addictive personality, you're more likely to, go back on your diet or go back on what you're trying to create for yourself. Alcohol is typically recommended for people that have been in ketosis for a little bit longer than a newbie, I guess you could say. And this is why. Because what happens is alcohol is a fuel. Therefore, your body uses it. I can't necessarily say for a source of energy. I don't know how your body uses it, but your body does burn it. Or rather, your liver burns it. Excuse me. So if you're already in ketosis, when you drink alcohol, it kicks you out. But it kicks you out momentarily because what happens is it uses the alcohol. And then after it's used all the alcohol that you just drank, then you go right back into ketosis. Now that's a neat little trick, but if you're not even in ketosis, you see how it can kind of you're not really going anywhere. Now a huge debate right now is whether the liver produces more ketones or it stops ketones production. But see, the thing is, there aren't enough studies behind this to really prove it. I don't know if you want to call it a double-edged sword, but see, the liver is the detoxification part of our body. I don't know if it organ. Oh, that's what it is, an organ. Yeah. So the liver detoxifies the body, but it also produces ketones. So kind of, when you got the alcohol going in there and it's trying to produce ketones, like it kind of, like, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. It is. But as I said, there are not enough studies to prove yes or no to this. As most things, it varies from person to person, which I don't know if it's too early or because it varies so much, it's hard to necessarily study. I personally recommend if you're gonna drink alcohol, unless you're gonna do it on special occasions, which I mean, you'll be fine. If you do it every couple of months, or if you do it just for people's birthdays, or once a month, you and the people at the office want to go out, that's fine, don't even worry about it. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to do it a couple times a week, you should probably start testing yourself to see exactly how it affects your body. Because this is important. You don't want to be getting kicked out of ketosis over and over and over again during the week. It's kind of counterproductive to what you're saying. I mean, it's kind of counterproductive to what you're doing. And if you're going to do it more than often, I would say no more than 2 glasses. And I'm not talking about like the big gulps, of course. Don't be sneaky. Two of your basic glasses or whatever, maybe 4 ounces, or is it? I don't think it's a whole cup. I'm not sure. I'm not a huge wine drinker because most of the wines that I drank at the time when I was drinking, well, I still drink, but that's psh. But when I was drinking wines, particularly, I just stopped when I started keto. Well, when I started low carb, you know, because I didn't want it to affect me, because I know, like, when I drink, sometimes if I overdo it, I will feel the need to get some french fries. And if you do decide to drink, make sure you avoid sweet wines. Make sure you look for the wines with no added sugar, okay? More than likely, if it's flavor, you know, it's gonna say so. But as I said in the description, at the end of the video, I will do a scroll of different wines that are keto friendly for you. Now, this is a kicker. If you drink wine or any type of alcohol, what you need to do is be very, very cautious. One word: drink water, because alcohol does dehydrate you. Thing that you need to watch out for: alcohol is gonna hit you a lot faster than it did before. I don't know if you guys have ever heard the saying or not, like, if you're drinking, like, you know, if you're like super drunk, they'll say, you know, oh, eat some bread, or, you know, eat some food. Really, what's happening is, in that scenario, see, I thought it was BS, but actually it's pretty true. What happens is the carbohydrates fights with the alcohol, okay? Of course, one wins over the other, but when you're low carb, your glycogen levels are super low. So therefore, when you drink, there is no fight. The only thing that happens is the alcohol goes straight to your head, or what's being done rather is your body is no longer burning glucose and alcohol. Your body is burning strictly alcohol. See, when the body's burning glucose and alcohol, it slows down the feeling or the effects of the alcohol, because it slows down the absorption of it within your body. That was true. As I said, you know, this day and age, things are starting to get pretty safe out here when it comes to certain keto products, because these companies are jumping on the bandwagon. They have keto wines out there specifically targeted to the keto market or the low carb market. And I kind of consider them one and both. Technically, they're different, but, you know, I'm not going to go into that debate in this video. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you're first time here, hit that subscribe button. I am Darius. This is Sugarless, Crystal's just sugar-free destination of YouTube. And I will see you next time. Oh, and before I go, stay around. That little scroll I was telling you about, here it is. Bye.